am. He says, yeah, Chief. I said, stay to the right. He says, I gotcha. Turns around, takes a step, and guess what he says? Stay to the left. So I said, what's wrong with this guy? So I squeeze up, I tap him on the shoulder, and now he's one of these real big guys. So I tap him on the shoulder, turns around. I said, stay to the right. He says, yeah, we're going up to the right. They have to come down to the left. Certain things you just can't make up. So now I'm stuck with this guy. I do to him, explain things. So I take him, I face him the stairs. And I say, stay to the right. Hey, you know the cartoons? A little light bulb over the guy's head. I swear I saw that light bulb go on. He says, I got you. He turns around, stay to the right. And he starts going up. So we're going up, we're slowly going, and what? Because of our equipment, our bunker gear is encapsulating. It keeps the heat in, it keeps the heat out. That's what it's made to do. But it also keeps your heat in, keeps your body temperature in, and as you're exercising, your temperature's rising, so you're sweating. So what we're doing, because of the gear we're taking and getting slowly overheated, every few floors or so, some guys will say 5, 6, 7 floors, we're stepping out of the stairway into the public hall. You couldn't stop and take a quick breather in the stairway because people were constantly coming down. So you'd step out of the stairway and go into the public hallway. And I was doing that also just to see what the conditions were like on the various floors that we were on. And when I say a quick breather, I'm talking about 10, 15 seconds. Not a long time, but just enough time to swing your mask off, put it down for a few seconds, and then pick it up and go further up. The other thing is fire companies have to stay together as a unit. So because of that, you can only go as fast as your slowest member. So you have to stay together. Unit integrity is a very important part of fighting fires in high-rise. In other buildings, we split up, but in high-rise, we stay together. Anyway, I'm slowly going up. I'm taking this breather on every few floors, checking things out. I get up to the 35th floor. And on the 35th floor, I step out to see what the conditions were like. There was some firemen, like I said, taking a quick breather. And then all of a sudden, the building starts shaking. The building starts shaking, this noise starts. It's a loud noise. It's loud and getting louder. It's above me. Whatever it is, it's above. It's high. Boom, 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 boom. Building's shaking. We all froze. We froze right in our steps. What is that? What's happening? We froze. It was quiet, and we're looking at the ceiling because whatever this noise is above us. It's above us and coming down, and it's shaking the whole building. It's coming down. The noise, it's getting louder and louder, and then all of a sudden the noise envelops us. When I say the noise envelops us, it was a presence. You could feel it. You could feel the noise coming right on top of you. It's all around us. It envelops us, and then it goes through us. I can hear it above me. It enveloped me. It's on top of me, around me, and then it goes through me. The shaking's still going on. And then it stopped. We were silent. We were frozen. What was that? A million thoughts are going through my mind. First thing I did, I started getting on the radio, trying to find out what happened. This is Chief Piciotto, 11th Battalion. Something major just happened in this North Tower. We had an isolated collapse. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Does anyone know what happened? Because I thought whatever just happened in my building because it was so noisy, so loud, so violent. There had to be something happening in this building. When I get on the radio and talk about it, I got a sidetrack for a second. Our radios, we had major problems with our radios, with our communication system. Back in '93, when I was in charge of evacuation, I stayed in the lobby the whole time. We're evacuating the buildings. Once I sent a company up, once they were up 3, 4, 5 floors, I couldn't get in contact with them. You send the company up to the 100th floor, the 80th floor, and you can't talk to them. You can't talk to anyone you send up to the 6th or 7th floor. Sporadically, a message would go through, but it wasn't good, or it would go through or come back to you. But you didn't have good communications. September 11th, we had the same radios we had in 1993, with the same problems. So now, once this noise happens, I'm calling on the radio, what happens? Does anyone know what this is? I'm not getting anything back. I'm not getting any response at all. Silent. Then after a short period of time, 20, 30 seconds, I really don't know, I hear the tower's down. Tower's down. I knew what they were saying, but I was trying to think of something else. Maybe it's the radio tower. I'm in the north building, has the radio tower on the top. Maybe that came down. Maybe that's what I'm hearing, that noise, but I knew it was too loud for that. Then I get confirmation, the south tower just collapsed. My mind is racing. I'm thinking of a million things. Obviously, the first thing I thought about is, how many people do I know? How many friends of mine? How many firemen? I know there has to be hundreds of them in that building. Forget about firemen. How many people? It has to be thousands. I was thinking of a million different things, but one of the things I was thinking about was 1993, the bombing. When I was down there, I was in charge for the bombing. They placed a bomb in the basement of the World Trade Center to try to topple it. People don't realize how close they were to toppling the buildings in 1993. So my reaction, my thought, I assumed they placed a bomb in the South Tower. At this point, we knew the Pentagon was hit. We had reports of more planes inbound. And now I think, well, this is an organized attack, obviously, and they planted a bomb in the South Tower, and guess what? They probably have one in the North Tower, too. This North Tower is going to come down, that bomb's going to go off, and this North Tower is going to come down any second. Now, that was not the case, but that's what I thought at the time. So now, I said, I have to do something that, I had to make the toughest decision of my life. Because I'm back on the 35th floor, it's quiet, I have all these firemen staring at me. They're going to do what I tell them to do. If I tell them to continue going up, they're going to go up. If I tell them to stop and go down, they're going to go down. Now, what happened also, once we got up to about the 30th floor, somewhere in the upper 20s, the steady stream of people coming down stopped. Most of the people were down below us. So there was still stragglers coming down, but the stairways was not packed with people coming down. So it didn't impede our progress going up, and there were no people above us coming down. Now, I still knew there were people above the point of impact. On the North Tower, the tower I was in, the point of impact was the 93rd floor. So there were people stuck above the 93rd floor, and that's where we were going to. Hopefully one of them stairways remained intact, and we could put a water curtain up and get up above that and find these people. Now, I have to reassess, because I'm in charge of, and my job function is to save lives, but I can't necessarily risk firemen to do that. We're going to take calculated risks. We definitely take risks, but they're calculated. Now, I have to make the decision, do we keep on going up or do we go down? I thought that there was a bomb going to be in this building, we have to go down. I also knew, in doing so, any people that are still alive above the point of impact, they have no chances of surviving. So it was a tough decision, but I had to make it. Now, I also knew most people that die in high-rise buildings, they die from smoke inhalation. They don't die from the fire. They don't burn to death. They suffocate. And I knew that usually happens around 6 minutes. This was over an hour later. So most of the people that was